Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a Shop My Stash video. I am so excited to be filming this video for you guys today. If you like Shop My Stash video, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. I will be filming a haul pretty soon. I'm just waiting on the last order from Sephora to arrive and then I'll be filming a haul. Make sure to subscribe. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go through the drawer, what I had in here this past, I don't know, couple weeks. I'm going to pull stuff out. I do have a couple of declutters, and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items. And like always, I will have swatches at the end of the video. I'll put everything back into the drawer and I'll swatch everything. And yeah, it's probably going to be a long one. I tend to ramble. So grab a drink, a snack, a meal, whatever it is that you want, and let's hang out. I'm gonna get started with primers. What I had for primers in here past time is Smashbox The Mindful 5. It's actually sitting on my table, just needed some room in here, and I'm really focusing on getting as much use out of this guy as possible before the end of the year. So I'm going to keep it on my table. I'll probably still pull in a different primer, but this one I really am focusing on, and I want to use as much of it as possible. I had one other primer in here. Actually, I had two. I had this like sheet primers. I had Conserving Beauty. This is Your Summer Glow is a few drops away, something. Felt like it was a little oily, so I might end up just tossing it in the trash. And this one, I have not used it yet. What's wrong with me? I don't know, but I'm gonna probably keep it in here. I need to use it, or maybe it just needs to go on my table so I remember. For foundations, I had three in here, and I do have a declutter. This time around, I am gonna go ahead and let go of Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow. This is in the shade 1N14. When I first apply it to my skin, it looks fine, but I feel like throughout the day it starts looking more and more yellow. It's just not very flattering. I do like the formula. I like the glow that this guy has. I like to be glowy. So I do like the formula, but the shade is just pisses me off. It turns really yellow, even though it's supposed to be neutral. So for that reason, this is going to be a declutter. I do need to film like a whole collection declutter. I have a few items that I need to get rid of. That being one of them. The other two foundations, I love both of these. I hadn't used the L'Oreal True Match Lumi before. I had heard many good things about it. It's not a newer foundation or anything, but it was newer to me, and I really, really, really loved it. I think I used it the most. And Givenchy, this is Prism Libre, the Skin Caring Glow in the shade N250. Beautiful. Both of these are really, really beautiful. I feel like this is light to medium coverage. Same with the True Match Lumi. So it's great. I like them. I like them both, and these are definitely not going anywhere. For concealers, I had three in here. I had the Givenchy Prism Libre concealer in N250. Again, this is a beautiful concealer. It blends seamlessly. It is so easy. The formula is hydrating. It looks really good under the eye. No real sparkle or anything. It's just natural, glowy, and it's beautiful. I'm holding on to that. Same with these two. I do enjoy them. Tower 28 in K-Town, one of my favorite concealers. I love it so much. And then the Makeup Forever HD Skin. This is in the shade 2.2N. Again, with this guy, I feel like it's more yellow than some of my other neutral concealers, but I can make this one work, usually with like a brightening powder on top of it, or it's just under the eye. It's not so bad as my whole face looking really, really yellow. The formula is really nice. A little bit goes a very long way. It's definitely on the fuller coverage side, but it's not thick and cakey. So enjoy it quite a bit. I did have an eye brightener. This is from NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Eye Brightener Illuminator in the shade Golden Eye. I have got a good dip in here. It's a nice under eye corrector, and it plays really well with concealer over it. So I enjoy it a lot, and I'm holding on to it. I'm gonna pull it out. Probably pulling everything out. I've used everything at least once, so it's all coming out. Let's move on to powders. For powders, I had a couple. I had the Wet n Wild loose setting powder. This is in the shade Soft Pink. I was really, really surprised how much I enjoyed it. I usually don't set my under eye with it, but I do brighten after like I set my face. And like before setting with a setting spray, I take a look. If I need any spots where it just needs a little bit more brightening, I go in with this one. And I actually really liked it. So happy with that one. The other powders I had from Say, this is the Air Set Radiant Loose Setting Powder, and the shade is Translucent. I did take the stopper out because it was getting really hard to get into it, to get any powder out. There's not a whole lot left. It looks like a bunch in here, but it's really not a whole lot left. And I do want to finish it, hopefully in the month of November. So this might sit on my table too, just to use it up before the year ends. It's not something I would repurchase, if I'm being completely honest with you. I have really been enjoying like the Huda powder or the Makeup by Mario, or my Nikia Joy powder. Some of my look, these are my favorite powders. With this one, it does the job, but I do feel like my under eye, um, like my oils seep through quicker. It does not really blur any pores or anything like that. It works. It does what it needs to do, but it's not very long lasting, or kind of like not mattifying, but a little bit of mattifying, and a little bit of blurring. This doesn't have it. So I do want to finish it, and it's not something I would repurchase, just an FYI. It's going to stay on my table until it's done. The other powder, I had two pressed powders. One is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. This is a pretty good touch-up powder throughout the day. I have enjoyed it. I feel like the baked formula is undetectable, and it looks good, like for touch-ups throughout the day. Honestly, for touch-ups, I prefer to use something brightening like this, mainly because I feel like, just, I don't know, throughout the day, kind of my skin darkens a bit for some reason. And a little bit of brightening, it just helps. I feel like it helps. Like a pink powder helps a little bit with the touch-ups, but this is still a really good one, and I'm going to hold on to that. And then the last powder I had was from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting powder in the shade Luminous Light. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, finishing powders. I love the glow that it has. And yeah, I just really enjoy it and holding on to it. Um, okay, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the face palette I had in here. I had the Too Faced Natural Face. Got two highlighters, two blushes, and two bronzers in here. I would say I used everything, like all of these, multiple times. The exception would be Tropic Like It's Hot. This is too glowy for me as a bronzer. I like a glowy bronzer, but this is borderline too glowy, like almost metallic-y. But everything else, I had forgot how much I enjoyed this palette, and I was happy to play with it. I love the packaging. I think it's pretty amazing. So that I'm holding on to. Let's move on to bronzers. We'll talk about cream bronzers first. I had the Ciel bronzer stick, Sculpt and Protect, and the shade is 02 Medium. This is a really nice bronzer. I typically use it under my foundation, like I would bronze up areas where I want to bronze up. This is really nice for a lip contour, a nose contour, like an eye kind of contour. Really nice. The shade is just perfect for me. My only gripe is the applicator. I feel like it does not twist down pretty well, and I don't like my products to get messy. Like you can see, kind of smushed in here. So that's my only gripe with it. I feel like the packaging could use some work from their end. But other than that, it's really nice, and it's like easy, great shade for me. The other cream bronzer is by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in light medium. Ay, ay, ay. I need to glue this. What in the frick? Yeah, the glue is completely like gone. Well, I guess if you want to depot this thing, maybe it'll be easy to depot it. Not that he sells these individually. I love this thing. I really, really do. It's very sheer, very thin formula. Typically, when I use it, I would be using it with my Chanel Le Beige Water Refresh Tint because this is like barely there coverage. And then these two together, like I can get a little bit of dimension to my face without it being too thick or too much makeup. So I do enjoy it a lot. Now I gotta just remember to hot glue that pan or do something with it. On another note, Le Beige sits on my table, so I use it quite often, even though it wasn't in the drawer. But this is one that I'm really focusing on finishing this year, and I do have a backup of it in my Ulta cart currently, waiting for a good deal, like a 20% off, including Chanel, or maybe, yeah, I'll probably end up using points and repurchase it because I do enjoy it a lot. Most days, this is what I'm wearing because I'm not always putting a full makeup on, but I do want something to make me look alive when I go drop off my kid or pick him up from school. So I enjoy this quite a bit, and I do usually apply it with a dense brush. My favorite for it, just an FYI, is from Refer. This is the Beef 04. Amazing for that Chanel product. Not that you asked, but hey, I'll give you my tips and tricks if you have it and you're struggling with it. I know I recommended it to my friend Mariella, and I don't think she loved it. And I'm like, yikes, I love it. It's like absolute repurchase for me, no question about it. So that was it for cream bronzers. For powder bronzers, I had a couple in here, and then I added this one because I missed it. This is my favorite bronzer, like one of my favorite. I have a couple that I really like, and this is one of them. From House Labs, this is the Power Sculpt Light Level 4. This was her original release. I just adore the formula. I love the shade, and I had missed it, so I put it in here, but I'm going to pull it out. The other ones that I had from, when I shopped my stash, one is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is in the shade Sun Bronze. Yeah, Sun Bronze. This was okay. I don't know if this is actually gonna stay in my collection. It's a good bronzer, but I have so many others that I gravitate towards quite a bit more than this one. But nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed it. It just doesn't call out to me. The same thing, I guess, would go with the L'Oreal Infallible. Actually, I like this one a little bit more. I just find the formula really easy to work with. I thought that this would be too light for me, but surprisingly, this thing like packs a punch. So if I try to build it up, it could go crazy very quickly. But it's good. It's a good formula. Not my favorite for being matte, but with a finishing powder, I'm okay with it. I enjoyed it. The other two bronzers, one is from Too Faced. This is the Gingerbread Tan Spicy Bronzer. A little bit deep for me this time of the year, but gorgeous, beautiful, glowy. It's a little bit on the red undertone, which looks really nice. It looks like I'm actually bronzed. And I do love the packaging. I think it's adorable. So staying on the collection. And then NARS Laguna. I love this thing. Every time I pull it in and play with it, I remember how much I enjoyed this bronzer. And yeah, it's very well loved at this point. Okay, for blushes, we did have a couple creams. I had the Charlotte Tilbury. This is Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick in the shade Cherry Glow. It's a shade that I do not have much of in my collection, and I fell in love with it. This was gifted to me by my friend, and just the glow and the color and how easy it is to blend on the skin. I'm really happy with it. I do want to pull it out because I have a lot of other blushes that want some love, deserve some love at this point. But I've enjoyed it. I think it's been in here for a while. From Lawless, I had Pinch My Cheeks, Soft Blur Cream Blush in the shade Angel. This is a good one too. I didn't reach for it too much, not for any specific reason other than I forgot that it's in here. I reached more for the Chanel, the cream to powder in the shade Rose Ardent, because then I can use this on top of my already set face. I don't have to worry about it acting weird or anything. It just applies really nicely, even if my face is set. Where this one, I feel like I need to put it before I set my cheeks. Just the formula that it is. But both of these are really nice. And yeah, I'm a blush addict, I guess, at this point. That's the one thing that I cannot stop buying for some reason. The other blushes I had in here, oh, I was gonna say, wait, I forgot a bronzer, but that's a highlight. I had Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Pillow Talk. I love this thing. It's so pretty, so easy, so natural to use. Like if I'm doing an intense eye, and I reach for this one, I know that it's not gonna overpower my eye look. And I typically swirl my brush in here. I pick up a little bit of both, and then I go in with a highlight brush and just pick up the center highlighty shade. And I really like it. I love the compact. It's so tiny. I just like it. I like the packaging. I like everything about it. Some other blushes that I really, really enjoyed. I used these quite a bit. MAC was probably the one I used the most. This is in the shade Melba. It was just the easiest choice for me. I'm like, okay, which blush I'm gonna reach for? I end up reaching for this one. And I think it looks very flattering. I like the formula, even though I don't typically like just matte blushes. But again, with a finishing powder or depending on what foundation I'm wearing, which is usually a glowy foundation, I don't mind it. I like it a lot. The other one that I really, really enjoy is from House Labs. This is in the shade French Rosette. I just think that everything I've tried from House Labs has wowed me quite a bit. And with this one, same sort of thing. It's a little bit more intense than Melba, so this has a little more color to it, but it's very flattering, especially this time of the year. It's gorgeous, and I love it. I had the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in here in the shade Pink Flush. This needs a lot of building. The formula, although it's baked, I feel like it's kind of dry. It's not my absolute favorite. Like I end up building it up and kind of getting it to look somewhat decent. There's big pieces of glitter in here or shimmer where I feel like it doesn't necessarily translate to the face. It kind of flies away when I'm applying it. It's not an absolute favorite. And again, this would be maybe something I would consider decluttering at some point because I don't know. I don't necessarily need it in my collection. And I had it before and I repurchased it because I don't know why. And now I'm like, well, I had decluttered it for a good reason, kind of thing. The last blush in here is from Tom Ford. This is in the shade Sun Drunk. It's so pretty. This is a like a matte, but a natural, like velvety matte. I could use either shade or I swirl them both together, and I really, really like this one. I love the formula. I think swatching these doesn't do it justice, but applying them with a brush, it just looks really good on the skin. For highlights, I had one cream highlight, and that was from Dior, the Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade Peachy. This is stunning. I love it. I'm gonna pull it out. And then the other highlighters I had in here, I had a funk color and I had some, other favorites. From NARS, we had the light reflecting luminizing powder in the shade Eros. This is blinding, like really, really blinding, more than I am currently loving at this point, but it's cute, it's compact. This was a free gift with purchase, I think from Ulta. I don't mind it. I don't absolutely love the super highlighty look, but sometimes I want that. The other highlighter in here was from Ram Beauty. This is Miss Mercury. Same sort of thing. I feel like this is really blinding or could be really blinding, but it's a decent highlighter. So there's that one. My fun color was from Fenty. What happened here? What in the? Do you see that? Is the mirror separating or something? Like, what happened? Why is it doing that? Anyways, this is in the shade Pink Ice. I use it on my cheeks. I use it on my eyes. And I think it's really cute and very festive. And I enjoyed it. We had RMS Beauty Prosecco Fizz. I really like this one. I love the formula from RMS, like this type of formula. The blushes, the bronzers, all of them come in same packaging, same shape kind of thing, and I think they look really nice. This one was pretty good too. And then one of my favorite highlighters from Bobbi Brown. This is the Luxe Illuminating Powder in the shade Golden Hour. Again, this would be the highlighter that I would use when I am not sure what to use for a highlight. To be honest, some days I just don't even wear highlighter. And for somebody with such a large highlighter collection, it's not necessarily a good thing, but gives me something to consider. Like maybe I don't need so many in my collection. Um, but they're all different, you know? Are they? No, they're highlighters. At the end of the day, they're all the same. But this is one of my favorites for sure. I have a big pan in it too, and I love it. I really do. It's like my trusty travel highlighter. Like which highlighter I'm gonna go when I'm traveling, it would be that one. I think that was it for face products. I did have a setting spray in here, and that's from Rare Beauty. This is always an Optimist, like primer mist, setting spray, 4-in-1. I had a lot of glowy products, so I didn't reach for this one too often, but I did use it a couple times, and it's a good one. Like if you have lots of powders, you feel like you went very heavy-handed with powder, this absolutely melts everything in. I don't find that it prolongs the wear of my makeup. So when I use this, I typically follow it with either the Charlotte Tilbury or the One Size setting powder to just kind of like actually get a hold on my makeup. But it's a good one. If it's a natural like finish, if you don't care about your makeup lasting too long, or again, if you had too much powder, this would be a good choice. Okay, now let's talk about eyes. I'll start with the cream products I had in here or the singles. I had Marc Jacobs Eye Sequins in the shade Topaz Flash. This is so pretty. It just gets me every time. It's just gorgeous. Makes my eyes sparkle and I love it. It's beautiful eyeshadow. From Merit, I had this is the matte line, and this is in the shade Viper. So pretty, and I enjoyed it a lot. I'm kind of curious about their shimmery shades that are currently out, but I'll probably hold off. Really enjoyed that though. And then from Victoria Beckham, the single shadow in the shade Mink. This is another gorgeous eyeshadow. Makes my eyes really sultry and sparkly, and I use it a couple times. Was avoiding that because now I have a big old mess of eyeshadow in here. Yeah, or whatever. I use it with the Merit, what I was trying to say. Like I will put the Merit all over my lid, into my crease, and then I'll top it with this one. Super sultry, very sexy, like going out the night kind of eye look, even though I don't go out at night, but you get the point. All right, I gotta pick up some of these because now like that I dropped it, I have to swatch it, and I'm gonna need to clean my door. Let me go ahead and show you. That's that's the look you get from the Victoria Beckham. The shade, it's so pretty. I think it's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. And I think I'm gonna end up making a mess instead of cleaning things up. Ugh. See? Mess. Well, I'm gonna need some sanitizing wipes, but it can wait for a second. All right, let's move on to eyeshadow palettes. I used all of my eyeshadow palettes multiple times, and I do have a declutter. I never thought I would declutter it, but I will. Not this one. Those of Colors Cutting Edge. It's beautiful fall palette. Like I'm going to a pumpkin patch kind of thing. Um, the season is over. Now we're almost to Christmas, but I do enjoy this one a lot. I like that it's compact. I like the shades in there. I like it. From Ensley Rain, this is Groovy Garden. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. I dressed up as a pumpkin for Halloween Carnival at my son's school, and this is the palette I used. I think I went in with this one, this one, this one, and topped it with a couple of these shades. It just looks gorgeous. I love the shimmer, like multi chromes in here. They're so pretty. Yeah, I love this palette. I enjoyed it a lot. It's not something I would wear every single day, but I enjoyed it quite a bit the few times I used it. Gemini from Melt Cosmetics. Again, this one I think the shades in here are absolutely gorgeous. I felt like maybe the formula is not quite as used to be, but it's not bad or anything. It just maybe a little bit drier, but I enjoyed this a lot. I used it quite a few times, to be honest. The only shade I think I didn't use was Goals. I did not reach for this one at all. And I did use the black, I remember that. But other than that, this one, I love the color story in here. These are like my colors, the greens, and no, I love it. And it's so pretty. So from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, the Barely Basic. This one is so pretty. The first column in here is one that I use the most, like multiple times. This column here. And every time I do my makeup with this palette, especially these, like the berries and this one shade, the hashtag shade, I get so many people saying, "Oh my God, I love the sparkle on your eyes." It is so pretty. I loved it, and I'm holding on to it. Now, for my declutter, it's gonna be the Nomad Haunted Europe. I It's not for me. I tried to love it. I tried to love it, and I dabble into it and I play with it a lot. And I'm like, I gotta love this palette. I know a lot of people do, and it really is not for me. So I think this is gonna be a declutter. I know it's gonna be a declutter. It doesn't speak to me, and every time I do my eye look, I'm like, I'm not a 100% in love with it. Um, I did want to use the Bloody Mary shade one time, and I just thought that my eye look kind of looked muddy because I didn't know what to use with it. And yeah, I think somebody else would enjoy this a lot more than I do. So this will probably end up being on Mercari or on Poshmark at some point. Now, oh shoot, I had one more eyeshadow in here. I had the Color Fix from Danessa Myricks. This is the foils, and the shade is Nebula. So pretty. Like, bam, in your face, shimmery, glowy eyes. Gorgeous. And let's see, what do I have in here? I have some mascaras, and some eyeliners for brows. Oh gosh, I need to clean in here like badly. Gimme Brow, it's like a fiber brow thing. I didn't use it that much. I have been getting my brows done professionally, and I tinted them for the first time like what, a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't even need to do anything other than use a brow gel. There are a few spare spots in my brows that I'm like, it doesn't bother me. But if they do, depending on like how intense my makeup look for the day, I would fill in with the Maybelline brow. What is this called? Build a Brow. But other than that, I just use this guy to set my brows and call it a day. So this one didn't get used that often, but I'm gonna keep it because there are some days where maybe I need it. I haven't used this one at all this past, I don't know how many weeks. Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. I swear, I don't think I finished a single brow pencil this year. There's still, oh, I was like, there's still a ton of product. This is it, but this probably can last me months and months and months because I don't use it. I don't reach for it that often, and I feel like I should. Maybe I should put this in here, try and finish it, like keep it in this drawer, try to finish it, and then pull this one out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. For mascaras, I pulled in a couple new mascaras because the ones I had, well, I used them up, and I needed some. This had been open, so I just pulled it back in. I do like using these two together or these two together. They look really good. Ulta Beauty New Heights is surprisingly really nice mascara, and I enjoy it a lot. My favorite mascara, one of my favorites, I do have a couple that I really like, but this would be like up there with them. Lancome Hypnose Drama. I love how thick, how voluminous, how long my lashes look with this one. So I do really like it. And the Ilia, this surprised me. Sometimes I feel like, okay, I went too heavy handed with this one. And I go in with the Ilia because it has like that comb kind of thing on here. Can we see that? I think we can. I'm not sure. But I feel like combing this through ends up separating my lashes a little bit, and it's I was shocked. I was shocked how much I enjoyed it. I think I have a full size of this one. And I have a couple minis, and I finally was like, okay, let's give this guy a shot, and it was pretty good. For eyeliners, I had Sephora Colorful 12 Hour. What shade? Espresso? Was this tiramisu? Ooh, this in the waterline is so pretty, does not go anywhere. So this is gonna stay in here. I pulled in the Give eyeliner at some point. This is in the shade Violet Timing. This also is a really good eyeliner. Lasts really well on the waterline, and the shade just makes my hazel eyes pop. So I think I'm gonna keep it out here. And then from Heroin Make, this is a liquid liner in the shade brown. Yeah, I don't use something like this often, but I when I use it, I enjoy it a lot. So this also will stay. And that's it for eyes. The last thing we have is lippies. Let's talk about the MAC Paint Pot. It's my eye primer, the shade Painterly. So this stays in here. For lippies, I used all of them multiple times. And there might have been even other ones that ended up in my purse and from my purse went back into the stash. But these ones were just remaining in here. We'll talk about them real quick. Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss in the shade Free Spirit. Love the formula of these. Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the OG in the Fenty Glow. Really nice. I just feel like it fades so quickly, but it's all right. From Romand, I had one of those blur lippies in the shade 02 Rosiental. Um, this is an odd one. I think it ends up looking really good, but when I'm first applying like the first layer, it looks a little bit patchy. You definitely need two layers, but that blurry lip look looks so cute. This one, I love it so much. This is the Gloss Bomb Sticks in the shade Fussy. Oh my God, I enjoyed this one a lot, you guys. Like a lot, a lot. I kind of surprised myself with it. It just leaves like, has this beautiful glow on the lips. I really liked it. Liked it, liked it. So there's that. From Cezanne, this is one of their like was this supposed to be a blurring or what? It looks really pretty, but again, this is not one that lasts very long on the lips. Like this has to live in my purse. Like the days I wear it, it's sitting on my desk at work because it definitely needs reapplication. It transfers to my coffee cup or like my water bottle, whatever. And but reapplying, it looks good and it's easy to reapply. It's feels very like soft. The lips are not dry or cracky or, so it's easy for reapplication, but I have to reapply. I had the, oh my gosh, everything is dirty. I had Cezanne Coral Bouquet Watery Lip Tint. This is so pretty, and I find the formula to be so comfortable. I like it a lot. From Dior, I only used this one time, but at least I used it. This is in the shade 626. Just a little bit deep for how I like my lip color to look, but the formula is so nice. It lasts on the lips for hours and hours. And I just wish it was a little bit not so brick red color, but it had its time, fall time. From Romand, this is the Juicy Lasting Tint. What shade? What shade? There's no way I could tell. Oh, Bear Grape. Again, it's kind of like the Cezanne, this one. It is cooling and it feels so, like, it feels nice on the lips. It's a good one. It does need reapplication throughout the day, but it's a really good one. I am going to go ahead and declutter this one. This is from Ulta Beauty. What's the shade? I can never remember what the shade is. Is it Secret Passage? Maybe Secret Passage. I just don't like the shade. I don't think that the shade is flattering on me. It's kind of like a grayish nude, not really something I enjoy. So this is going to be a declutter. So I have 3 declutters, and then I will most likely end up decluttering this, being honest. And then the last 3 lippies from Pat McGrath. I had one of her lip glosses in the shade Flesh 6. This is so comfortable on the lips. It's a little thick, but it looks really good and comfortable on the lips. From Too Faced Melted Matte, this is in the shade Pumpkin Spice. Honestly, this is the only one I did not use. It still smells good, and I remember I really enjoyed the shade. Maybe I'll hold on to it. And then lastly, we have the Pat McGrath matte in the shade Christy. This is my favorite nude lippy. I just think it's gorgeous. It's like a nudie pink. It looks so good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything away. I'm gonna clean up this desk, and then we'll shop my stash for new items. We'll start with stuff I picked up from Ulta and Sephora recently, even though I haven't filled my haul yet. I just want to play with the items, and then we'll go through my collection to pick out some older items to use. And again, we'll do swatches at the end. All right, I'm gonna start with a few items that I know I want to pull in. I do have quite a bit of products in here. Some are from Ulta, some are from Sephora, and these are from Sephora. I'm definitely pulling all of these in, but let me pull out everything else because we have a lot, you guys. We've got a lot. Oh, and one of my subscribers, oh my goodness, I was so excited, so happy. She knew I enjoyed a couple things from Japan. So she was like, "Hey, I'm going. Do you want me to pick up some more for you?" And I was like, "Yes, please." So I do want to pull in the setting spray that she picked up for me. A couple other things she got for me, or there were 2 main things I asked for. 2 of the Can Make sunscreen and 2 of the setting spray. I'm definitely gonna pull in one of the setting sprays. This is the Make Keep Mist from Kose. I picked up one when I was there, the blue packaging, and I really wanted to try the red, so she picked it up for me. That I want to pull in. I already have one of my Can Make sunscreens open, and it's on my desk, so I don't need to open a new one. But here's pretty much everything else that I purchased from Ulta and Sephora recently. And I want to pull some stuff in. One product that I've been using a lot is from Dior. This is the Rouge Dior in the shade 120 Iconic Rose Shine. So I do want to pull it in. It just was sitting in on my desk. I've used it a few times, but I want to play with it some more. So this is coming in for sure. Can we see everything? Almost. I did get one of the Hourglass palettes. I went with one only this year, and I got the Swan, so I do want to play with it. So that's coming in. I finally purchased some eyeshadow palettes and I'm pulling all three of them in. I got the Danessa Myricks. This is big in. This is the Lightworks Volume 7. I had to have it. I did not get the one last year, but this one just spoke to me. So this one I'm pulling in. I'm pulling in the Hung Van Gogh eyeshadow palette. This is the new neutral. So I'm gonna get that in. And then the last eyeshadow palette is from ABH, and this is the Embers. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be, but I really like the color story, so I picked it up and I'm gonna pull it in. There's a couple other products here that I really would like to play with and try out. I think I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm not gonna use it yet. I do want to pull in the Dior Forever Glow Luminizer. This is the holiday edition one. And look at how gorgeous this is. I ordered it online and so happy I did because this baby sold out. Look how pretty that packaging is. Oh my God, I cannot wait. So this is coming in. Also coming in is the duo from YSL. I kept debating between getting the YSL palette or picking up this duo. I figured this is the shade that I really, really wanted for the blush. I knew the highlighters I might not enjoy so much in the palette, so I decided to go with the duo, a lippy and the blush. So both of these are going in today as well. I got a new lippy from Made. This is Revive Lip Balm is the shade Vow. I think maybe the shade is Vow. I used it once and I enjoyed it, so I want to play with it some more. Gosh, I feel like I've been starved for new makeup, so pretty much pulling in most of everything I purchased. I got the MPH underpainting face palette. I used it one time so far, and to be honest, I wasn't extremely wowed. I would like to play with it some more. I got the shade light, so this will come in as well. These Ilia can wait. I got the new shade from Half Magic, the glitter puck. This is in the shade Glimmer Pop. So this is the more like peachy, not pink. So I think this would be gorgeous to blend now too. Uh, I got Ilia Soft Blush Blurring Blush, Soft Focus Blurring Blush, and this is in the shade Breathless. Actually got it from Ulta, not Sephora, because Sephora had this shade sold out for so long, so I ended up getting it from Ulta. I think I'll hold on because I do want to pull in the Patrick Pod Duo, so I'll hold on to these, not for this time. I got another shade of the Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade Taupe. I've been loving these eyeshadow, the matte shadows. So I think I'll pull in the shade Taupe. I use the Sephora Blur It loose powder. This is the pink shade, brightening pink, and I like it a lot. So she's going in. I can wait for these. I got two products from Morphe. Look at me. I haven't purchased from Morphe in ages. A lip filter and a single shadow. So we might as well pull them in. We're pulling in these as well. It's a lot of new makeup. I'm gonna totally skip my new makeup drawer. There's not a whole lot in there, anyways. I put everything on the table. From Sashu, eyeshadow stain. This is in the shade Candy Dipped. I haven't used it yet. I wanted to, but I had a work event and I was worried that it was gonna fuck up my makeup or not look too good or look too much, so I didn't use it. But I do want to play with it. And then the Patrick Todd Duo, I got on Holiday Duo, which comes with the Warm Me Up lippy, and I'm pulling both of these in. Let's do it. From Milani, this is the limited edition Fruit Fetish in the shade Candy Apple. We're gonna do this one. I There's not a whole lot left makeup wise, but I did get some other stuff from Sephora, and I'm waiting for my order. Dude, I ordered on like the 7th, and it's not gonna arrive until the 17th. So I feel like it took forever. They even emailed me like, "Yeah, sorry, we having a delay due to high demand." I'm like, "What in the world?" So I'm waiting for that. Once I get that order, I'm definitely gonna film a haul. I'll probably include all of these items in the haul because, well, that's what I bought, but I will still film a haul. There's just a couple more products I would like to share with you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna do a quick peek into my new makeup drawer. I'm 100% sure there's nothing else in there that I will be pulling in, but yeah, there's really nothing because everything else, yeah, I don't have anything new. I mean, I pretty much, I don't have anything new. The only thing that I might pull in would be this duo from Makeup by Mario. This was the birthday gift, and I haven't used it yet. I remember really liking his lippy. I have never tried his lip liners, so I'll probably do this. But that's it for new makeup. Let's go ahead and pull in a. Do I have a face primer? I did not pull in a face primer. Let's do a face primer, and then we'll do foundations, concealers, uh, and whatever else. For primers, I do love that this drawer is not overflowing, you guys. I really like that. I'm considering kind of a glowy primer. So I'll either go with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum or maybe the Rare Beauty. This is the what is it called? Illuminating Primer. Um let's pull in the Rare Beauty because I do have the Mindful 5 on my table, which is not exactly the same as the Danessa Myricks, but similar. So we'll do this one from Rare Beauty. I used it a couple times. I liked it actually. So I'm going to pull this one in. That's it for primers. I don't need more than this and the other one that's on my table. So although I kind of want to try this guy, the Vitamin Enriched Base Face Base all-in-one primer moisturizer. I'm pretty sure it's the same formula, but in a squeezy tube. Oh gosh, it smells so good. I love the way it smells. Um, maybe I'll reach for it, but I think just the one in Mindful 5, that should be okay for now. Let's go ahead and get foundations and concealer, and we'll come back for a setting spray a little bit later after we know. Well, no, I already pulled in my setting spray, and I do have. I want a primer mist. Let's just get it. We'll get a primer mist right now. All right. For a primer mist, I think I will go with. I miss it. I miss it. But this is my last bottle. Oh, what should I do? Um, Yeah, I think I'll just pull it in. And since it's holidays, I will probably be reaching for these. I'll most likely pull in my full size. It's almost empty actually. So I'll have it on my desk because, you know, full face makeup is gonna require a good setting spray. So we'll pull in both of these. They might not have room in my drawer, if I'm being 100% honest, so they might just live on my desk. Maybe I'll have to give you a quick tour of my desk at the end of the video because it's overflowing. All right, now let's do foundations and concealers. Okay, for foundations and concealers, I kind of want to go really glam. I do want to pull in my House Labs foundation. Um, Again, I know I'm going to be doing my makeup a couple times. We have some family photos coming up. And I think that this is a great one for that. This is the Triclone in the shade. I probably need a better shade, light, medium, neutral, but I can still make this one work. So I'm going to do this guy. I will also pull in I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my Cle de Peau foundation. Again, this is beautiful for photography, even for like an everyday. This is a gorgeous foundation. So I'll pull this one in. This is in the shade 30, medium ochre. I love this thing. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna do this guy as well. And one more foundation, just because I do really like my foundations. You know, I really, really, really like this Shiseido one. Like, absolutely gorgeous foundation. I need a foundation declutter. For example, this one, no, not this one, this one, the Maybelline. Like, I really need a better shade. I like it. I like it a lot. I like how it looks, but it's so deep and so rosy on me. So it's only like a summer thing. I would love a shade that I could wear all year round. But regardless, I think the other foundation that I'll pull in, um, yeah, I definitely need a declutter in here. Like these I like. And I really like this one from Chantecaille. But you know, I think I'm gonna do this one. The Fenty Beauty. This is the what is it called? Soft lit in the shade 230. So I'm gonna do this one. My foundation month, I guess. And if I need a skin tint, I have Chanel water tint thing. So we'll get this one in. For concealers, you know, I really missed my NARS concealer, my Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Custard. So I'm going to pull this one in. I think I'll go ahead and do the Natasha Denona too, because it's a beautiful full glam foundation. Um, Another one that I could pull in would be, do I want Fenty or do I want House Labs? Mm, separated. Fenty is really separated. Let's see the sniff test. Hopefully it didn't go bad. It doesn't smell off, but it doesn't smell great either. I think maybe I should pull it in and see if it actually went bad or not. I love the House Labs. I feel like a little bit goes a very long way. I'm gonna do these and just hold off on Natasha Denona. I wish you could answer me. Yeah, maybe I'll do that because the Natasha Denona is slightly deep. This is an we'll hold on to that. We'll pull these in. This Fenty might have to go in the trash. I have to use it. It doesn't smell off or anything, but it's just the amount of separation it had when I shook it. Now it's fine. We'll see. She's coming in. Do I want to be extra, extra and pull this baby in? Yes, I do. The Forever Glow Star Filter in the shade number 2. So this guy, oh my goodness, my table is overflowing with products. You should see it right now. It's crazy. That's it for foundations. Let's go ahead and get a couple powders and then we'll do eyeshadow palettes. Okay, for powders, I already have a brightening powder, so I don't need a brightening powder. I would like a good setting powder. I have a few that I really, really love in here. Yes, I always forget. What do we want? Do we want by Mario or do we want Huda? Let's do by Mario. This is the Surreal Soft Blur Setting Powder in the shade Too Natural. Too what? Neutral Light. We're gonna do this one. I have the Sephora powder. Let's do a finishing powder. For finishing powder, I definitely need a declutter in here, you guys. I think I'll do the Dior. This is in the shade 2N. Definitely a finishing powder, not a, like a setting powder. Or it's good as touch-ups too. So I think I'll pull this one in. I feel like I want one more. Do I want to pull in um love my La Prairie. I love the Chanel. or I could do one of Huda's or maybe Guerlain. Guerlain? No, Givenchy. Givenchy Prism Libre. This is the old formula. I'm sorry. This is in the shade 3 Voile Rosé. I'm gonna do it. And that should be it for colors. Do I want single shadows? I pulled in one, two, three single shadows. Just how about I was gonna say one shimmery, but the Danessa Myricks eyeshadow palette has a lot of beautiful glowy products. So I'm gonna skip single shadows. I'm gonna skip face palettes because we brought in the the hourglass. One, two, three eyeshadow palettes. I want more eyeshadow palettes. Let's do eyeshadow palettes next. Okay. I consolidated my eyeshadow palettes into two main drawers. I do have a third drawer that has like special super glittery stuff. I think I'll take you to see it. But from here, I think I really want to pull in one of Pat McGrath motherships because I feel like they're really beautiful for holidays. But which one? Okay, this is the Sunlit Seduction. This is the 11, 9. This is the 11. Let me see if this is the one I'm thinking about or if it's the other one. Oh my gosh, that's so. Okay, we've got that option. I think this is the one This is Moonlit Seduction. I haven't bought a Pat McGrath palette in a long while. Both gorgeous. Go with my trusty, which I always use for the holidays, which would be the 10. This one. Not the 10, 5. The bronze. Oh my god, this is my favorite, especially for Christmas. I think I will go with the 10. 10 or the 11. Ooh, I wish I had more eyes. Let's see this guy. This is the 9 Utopian Dream. Which one do I want? This palette, this shade. I think I'm gonna go for this one because we've got the gold, we've got the silver, we've got this multi-chrome that is stunning. I think I'll go with this guy. This is the 10, which is the Moonlit Seduction. That's the one we'll pull in. Let me get these back into their spots. And I want one more. Am I being ridiculous by all this makeup? No, I have it and I want to use it and I want to enjoy it and love it. So I'm not. Here. These are organized. Anything else from here? Anything else? No. I don't think so. Let's go one door. From here. Like I want to play with this Dose of Colors. This is Desi Katie Friendcation palette because I keep holding on to it every time I film a declutter and I'm like, if I like it, I don't know. I'm gonna do this one. And let me go ahead and take you to my other eyeshadow drawer to show you like what I actually put in there. I think that's it from here. I don't think I'll pull anything else. But let's go to the third drawer Maybe I'll get something, maybe not, but let's do it. All right, so here's the third drawer. Excuse, like I had no space to put potential declutters, so excuse the stuff in the back, and had a towel in here and chocolates, and these are new to me. I bought these for Halloween and I wasn't feeling well, so I ended up not using either of them, but I'm not gonna play with these anytime soon. Maybe I'll show you them when I do my haul. But and this is a backup of one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, but this is what I'm thinking about. And you know what I think I would like to do? It's either the Moon Dust from Urban Decay, this was last year's, or this one from Glaminatrix. Let me show you both. Glam oh, oh my lord, that is so pretty. So pretty. I also have a couple from Glaminatrix in here. These are so stunning. It's like the time of the year, you know? And we've got the Moon Dust. But I also have that Danessa Myricks, which I think is going to be stunning. Let's do... this one. Festive Wreath. So this is Fairy Lights. Let me see these again. This is like Fox, and I totally forgot their names. Lion. Fox. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Mink. All right, I think I'll do these from Glaminatrix. They're all Glaminatrix. And I think I'll also do Moon Dust. My drawer is gonna be so full. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a tour of the table because some stuff is just gonna have to stay on my table. All right, that's it for eyeshadow. I'm not even touching my single shadow drawer. We're gonna go straight into bronzers, then we'll do blushes and highlights. I guess I don't need to open it all the way. Here we go. I am skipping creams because I have that MPH palette, but I need other bronzers. I am absolutely gonna pull in some favorites. I am going with my Hermes bronzer. This is in the shade Sahara. I'm going in with the YSL. This is in the shade 2, All Hours bronzer, the shade 2. I'm totally pulling my Sisley in as well. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is the Sun Glow Bronzing Gel Powder. I just need it. I need to play with this baby. It's so pretty and it looks so good on the skin. There's that. I have a big dip in this guy. And ooh, one last one, and that's it. The Dior. It's not the massive Dior one that everybody's been loving. I got mine off of Macy's website. This is the nude bronze, but this is the 03 soft. So it has a little bit of glow. It's not matte and it's not as big pan as the other one, but I flip and love it. So I'm going to pull it in. And I don't think I pulled in any other bronzers. I have the palette for bronzers. That should be enough. Should be enough. Ooh, these are magnetic. I like this guy from Charlotte Tilbury. Or do I want to just keep it all high end and pull in the Gucci? Although the Gucci is a little bit dark for me right now. This time of the year, I should just get the refill pan and, like, you know, switch it up as the seasons change. Do I want to do this? This is definitely summer, not winter bronzer. But are they gonna all fit in there? That's the question. Or do have the Hourglass palette. I'm good. I don't need any other bronzers. If I do, I'll just get it later. And yeah, I'll just pull it in whenever I need it. I don't need anything else right this second. So that will be it for bronzers. Let's do blushes. Okay, for blushes. I always open this drawer and I'm like, oh my God, there's so many. I think I pulled in two blushes, right? Like the YSL, which is the new one, and then the Patrick Ta. I don't know if there was any other blushes that I pulled in. I don't know why I thought I pulled in a lot. Maybe I'll end up just pulling that Ilia too. For creams, most of my creams are in here, or like my sticks. I do have some creams throughout the drawer as well. Let's see. Ooh, that CL one was gorgeous. I'm gonna start with creams. Actually, for creams, I think I'm gonna pull this one in. This is from LYS, and this is the higher standard, and the shade is Unforgettable. I do want to play with it because I don't know about keeping it in my stash or not. So I think I'm gonna do this one, but maybe we don't know yet. Da, 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 da. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That shoe stain. Have one of the Fenty Rose Latte. That creams, by the way. Rose Latte or Fenty Glow. I think we'll go with Fenty Glow. This one. Okay. What else? Always reach for these. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull in this one from Sisley. This is the number one, which is more like natural. Looks kind of bronzy, but it looks so pretty on the skin. I'm going to pull this one in. Oh, I have a blush problem. See, I'm telling you, I do have a blush problem. I want to pull in the LYS. Let me see. Oh, that's so dry. Okay, while working through the top layer. Yeah, I do. I want to pull this one in. And what else? We can't just end it at that. I'm gonna do this one, or the shade Rosy. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do this one from Dior. Let's do the one from Charlotte Tilbury. I think I'll do the one from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, this is a mess. So I'm gonna do this guy. It's called the Beauty Light Wand, and the shade is pink. Victoria Beckham is really good. The Chantecaille is really good. Oh, there are too many good choices. It's back there. Oh, say, haven't you stayed so long? Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna do this one too. Ugh. Am I going a little nuts? Are these both happy? Yep, they're both happy. What in the heck, Rania? Oh well. I haven't used Persona Teddy in so long. Do I want to do Persona Teddy or do I want to do Fenty Glow? No, we'll do Fenty Glow. We'll stick to Fenty Glow. Lid fell out. And from Victoria Beckham. I'm gonna, no, that's it. That's plenty. I don't need it. Okay, so wow, I got a lot of creams and one powder. I think I should get one or two more powders. You know, what do I want though? What do I want? Who knows? How about we do a powder? Um, Not that. This is so pretty. Don't think it's the right time of the year for it. Let's do Valentino. This is Eye to Cheek, I don't know, shade 4. I think that's it. Like, I have to stop. That's plenty, Anya, right? That is absolutely enough. Yes, that's it. No more. And then let's get a highlighter or two or three. Okay, for highlighters, I am absolutely gonna go with the Cle de Peau, the shade the Golden Galaxy. Golden Galaxy is the one I really, really, really love. Right, this is it. Yeah. Oh, I gotta pull this one in. So we're doing Golden Galaxy from Cle de Peau. We are doing, I think I want to do this one from House Labs. This is in the shade Peach Quartz. I want to play with this one. I really want the pink one too. I need to pick it up. I'm going to do this one. And do we want more bougie? More bougie. Not intentionally doing it. Most of my crap is bougie. But, you know. I want a cream. I do not. Because I do have the glowy primer and I've got the glowy Dior product. Let's do a MAC holiday one. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one from MAC. I think this was like 2 years ago. Wrapped in gold. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. I already have one, so that's 4. Do a fifth one? What do you guys think? What do we think about that? I really want to pull this one into. This was last year's Cle de Peau collection. It's very brightening, but I feel like this or this one would be really good. Oh, come on. Fenty Beauty. This is Fenty Glow. Gosh, so pretty. I'm gonna do this guy, the Cle de Peau. Yikes. Okay, wow, that's a lot of products. And we haven't even done lippies yet. Do you guys want to see my table? Yeah, we should take a quick look before I put everything in. All right, this is everything I've pulled in so far. It looks like I opened up a store. I have a store. Yeesh, that's a lot of stuff. Most of my brushes and like some skincare items sit all the way in the back there. Like mainly mist and like setting sprays that I really want to finish. But yeah, okay. I think I'll put everything in. Do you want to do that first or should we get lippies first? I think I want to put everything in first, see what I have, and then I'll shop for lippies, and then we'll do swatches. Well, I changed my mind. I decided to do lippies now because it's nice to see me put everything in the drawer and, you participating in that. I'm definitely pulling some holiday lippies. So I pulled in one of the Patrick Taws. Is pretty old. Well, I don't know if he still has them. That's why she's late. It's a red. I pulled in a couple reds. I pulled in one of the Dior's. That's the one I swatched. This is in the shade 999. And I pulled in Pat McGrath. This is in the shade Elson, one of my favorites. I do have a couple reds from, what is it called? MAC that I really like. I'll probably end up pulling some of them. These, I think I'll pull in like a trade like this and just have them on my desk for me to play with as needed, so but we're going to focus on some other colors right now. I do want to play with the Chanel again, holidays, and I want my lips to last. This is in the shade Tender Rose, a Tender Beige, I'm sorry, 69 Tender Beige, so we'll do that. I absolutely want my Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro in the shade 400. It's like, red lips month. I love the candy cane shade from uh, Too Faced, but I also really want to play with Mary Kay from Kylie's. Mary Kay. Oh my God, there's no way I could freaking see that. What's the shade? Oh my God, I'm so blind. I don't know, but I'm gonna pull this little tiny baby in. Okay, now let's stop with all the reds. I think I pulled in plenty of reds, right? Yeah, I did. What is that? Oh, Huda. Oh, Miss America. Rania. Rania. I'm so ready for Christmas. Yeah, I don't judge. Um, what else do I have here? Like the chubby sticks. I don't think I want anything else from here. I pulled in quite a bit of like lipsticks. I want, there's Rouge on Snow. Where is it? Or Snow on Rouge or something like that. Like this one. This is a necessity. So we're going to do this one too. Again, these are just going to sit on my table. They will probably be the day that I just have one matte shadow all over the lid. So the focus would be the lips. But I also need some other lippies that I can actually wear. So let's get some lip glosses. I pulled in quite a few lip products already, but we're just gonna grab a couple. We're gonna do this one from Cle de Peau. This just, yeah, I need it. Uh, I need some neutrals too, so let's pick a couple. I really like these from Kiko Milano, so let's do a couple of these nudes because these will be really good with the Danessa Myricks eyeshadow palette. Let's get the shade 20 and use 19 a lot. And let's do this one. This is the shade 32. And got some lip oils, but I already pulled in some lip oils. Here. We have a Patrick Ta gloss in there too. Ooh, that does not look good. Huh? I gotta check it out. Sure it's okay or maybe not okay. Okay. I have no room. I have no room to put stuff so I can open it and check it out. Um, I might come back in here after I put everything in. I see what I have and what am I missing. All right, let me go ahead and put everything back in the drawer and then do swatches. Alrighty, you guys. I went ahead and I put everything back into the drawer. It's been a couple days since I filmed the first part. Yeah, I just didn't have time to film my swatches and everything. So I did use some of the stuff that's in here. I finished up the one size setting spray. There really wasn't that much left in it. I think 2 uses and I finished it. So the only setting sprays I currently have for this time around is from Kose Make Keep Mist. I have been really enjoying it. And Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this stuff for priming my face. So both of these I'm currently using. And I did want to let you know that I'm also working on finishing this guy. This is from Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. It is in like the dreamsicle yeah, dreamsicle scent, which is kind of like orangey. I'm not a big fan of the scent, but this guy's pretty good and I really would like to finish it before the year's over. It's not too much in here. I think I could do it if I focus on it. So I'll be using these 3. I just wanted to let you know because they're not currently in the drawer. There was no room. And then for primer, I'm using this one, Smashbox The Mindful 5, on top of the other primer I pulled in. So for primers, what I have in here, let me wiggle some stuff around. I pulled in Rare Beauty. This is the illuminating primer. I used it twice since I pulled it in and I do really enjoy it. I think it's a beautiful primer. I like the glow that it gives under my foundations. So I've been using that and kind of like along the same lines, although this, like I use it as a primer, as like an under foundation illuminator from Dior, the Forever Glow Star Filter, and mine is in the shade 2. It's a pretty good shade for me right now. I have 0 tan, so this works pretty well. So both illuminating primers, and honestly, I like it. I like it a lot. For foundations, I pulled in 3 foundations this time. The House Lab Triclone in the shade 200, light, medium, neutral. I was gonna go into work today, but then my son is feeling a little sick and my husband has to go into the office, so I ended up not going to work, but I did do my makeup, and this is the foundation I used. I love this foundation. It's a little bit too deep for me right now, but I can still make it work. I just, with the concealer, I actually used the House Labs concealer with it. I feel like I can balance it out where it looks natural. It doesn't look like, oh my God, my foundation is 2 shades darker. It works, especially with like the colder weather and wearing sweaters and all of that. So it doesn't, there's not a big difference between my face and my chest or my neck. So I can make it work, and this is gorgeous. Definitely a foundation I like to reach for, especially if I have any photos or I just want to look flawless. I love it. It's the maximum coverage I would want from a foundation, and it's perfect for me. Along the same lines, the House Lab concealer. This is in the shade 14, light peach. This is gorgeous. I love this concealer so much. I find that the light peach shade just works perfectly for under my eye area, hides my circles, but still gives me enough coverage. A little bit goes a very long way, and I do really like it. I enjoy pretty much all of my House Lab products, so there isn't one that I'm like, oh, I don't like this. The other 2 foundations, I had the Fenty Beauty. This is the Soft Lit in the shade 230. Perfect shade match. It's a beautiful foundation. I am really enjoying it too. Yeah, it's been a little while since I filmed the first part, which is like the shopping, the stash. So I've used all 3 foundations so far. In Cle de Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation in the shade 30. Medium ochre. I have a tendency of hoarding my really nice products because I'm like, I don't want to use it up. I'm saving it for a special occasion. But come on, Rania, it's not realistic. They're going to go bad before I use them. So I have been playing with this one, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. All 3 of them, like this would be a natural finish on me. The Fenty Beauty, maybe slightly illuminating. The House Lab, again, I would say a natural finish. The most coverage would be the House Lab. These 2 are a little comparable. I can definitely build up the Cle de Peau a little bit more so I can get kind of a medium coverage. I find that 1 pump of the Fenty Beauty is more than enough for all of my face. So just as a reference. The other 2 concealers I had in here, I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's been a while since I played with this one, and I actually really missed it. It was the shade Custard. It's such an easy concealer. Days where I'm like, maybe I don't even want to do a full face of foundation. I could just use this one under my eye and blend a little bit of it all over my skin. It looks so beautiful. And then the other concealer I'm using is the Fenty Beauty We're Even in the shade 225N. I thought when I first pulled it in, I thought maybe it was expired because it was a little separated. But shaking it and using it, it doesn't have a weird smell. It still applies nicely. It doesn't like burn my eyes or anything. So yeah, I'm happy to be playing with it for this time around. For powders, what I pulled in was 3 loose powders and 1 pressed powder. For loose powders, I'm using the Givenchy Prism Libre. This is in the shade 3 Voile Rosé. This is the original packaging. My packaging is so dirty. I haven't used it as much since I pulled it in. Like, I know I keep saying that because, again, I feel like I filmed the first part of this video forever again. But I'm looking forward to playing with it and getting some more uses out of it. So I'm glad I pulled it in. Makeup by Mario has been the one that, every day that I wore makeup, I've been using the Makeup by Mario, and it's just such a good powder, really blurring on the skin, and it makes my makeup last for quite a long time. The Blur It by Sephora, this is surprising me. This is in the shade Brightening Pink. Wow, I really enjoy it. I love the little, sponge in here. Dip in, you get pretty good amount, and I mainly use this around my nose area, like slightly under my eye, around my nose, kind of like that one area where my cheeks are starting to droop down a bit. It looks so pretty. It brightens. It takes away the shine that it might happen throughout the day. I've been throwing it in my purse, and I'm looking forward to really enjoying it and playing with it some more. For pressed powder, I pulled in Dior Backstage. This is 2N Neutral. I used it today as my finishing powder, and I think it looks great. It's beautiful finishing powder. I think it's got slightly more color coverage than I normally would like for a finishing powder, but overall it just blends everything very nicely. And yeah, I'm excited to be playing with it this time around. Okay, let me put these back in here real quick, and while I'll do that, I'll tell you, you know how I purchased the Mary Phillips, the underpainting palette during the Sephora sale? Well, I ended up taking that guy back because I used it 2 times and I was like, okay, this is just a waste of my time. I can't make it work for me. So I figured it's better to just, you know, while I still had the chance, or I could still return it, I ended up taking it back to Sephora. I did not pull any cream bronzers in its place, which actually I think I'll probably do that real quick. I feel like I do need a cream bronzer. I do like using them. So let me pull something real quick. All right, I pulled in the Milani. This is the Cheek Kiss cream bronzer in the shade 120 Spilling Tea. I remember really enjoying it. When I first picked it up, I did play with it, of course. I remember really enjoying it. So there we go. We're going to pull that guy in. Are we in focus? Yes. So this is the one I'll be using. Looks like a great bronzing shade. It's not too cool tone or anything. So that's perfect. The other bronzers I pulled in from Hermes. This is the 03 Sahara Bronze. I like the different shades in here. I can focus my brush more like a little bit on the deeper. If I want to go a little bit lighter, I can just focus my brush on here. I love this product. I find that the formula is just so nice. It blends really well onto the skin on top of a cream product, not a set face. It just blends beautifully. I also pulled in YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze. This is in the shade 02. I did use it this time around since I pulled it in, and I'm so happy to be playing with it again. I feel like this I picked it up, and then the hype around the YSL bronzer kind of died down, and I didn't play with it again. So I'm glad I pulled it back in, because this is a really good formula. It's got a nice satin finish. It's gorgeous. It looks so pretty, and it makes me so happy playing with it. Like, the packaging itself is just stunning. The other bronzers I pulled in one was from Dior. This is the Dior Forever Nude Bronze in the shade 03 Soft. This is a beautiful bronzer. I think it's out of the 3. Ooh, I can't say that's my favorite because I really like the Hermes one too. But this one is just so amazing. It's not glowy in the sense that it looks shimmery or like kind of highlighty, but glowy as in like a lit from within kind of glow. Really pretty bronzer. And again, the packaging is stunning. All right, we've got more bronzers. I have a bronzer in the face palette too, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We have from Sisley, this is the Phyto Touch Sun Glow Bronzing Gel Powder. My goodness, this thing is so gorgeous. This actually gives more glow than the Dior. Like, it has more glow to it. I look very fresh off the beach kind of thing. Just came back from vacation. Not really, but you know, it kind of has that kind of vibe. And yeah, I enjoy it a lot. All right, I think that's it for bronzers. I think the rest are, you know, I have a face palette, the Hourglass, but that's it for actual bronzer. Let's go ahead and move on to blushes. Kind of went a little blush crazy this time, but it's okay. We love blushes. All right, let's start with, let me move this out of the way real quick. because these are blushes in here. That's eyeshadow. Okay, let's start with cream blushes. First we have from Say, this is Dew Blush, and the shade is Chili. It's been a while since I played with this guy. I'm gonna try my best to swatch on my other arm because there's not a whole lot of space here. So let's do this. So this is the Say blush in the shade Chili. I remember, oh, is it dried up? What's happening here? Why is it going patchy? All right. Okay, maybe it just needed to be applied and blended with a finger. Yeah, I don't think I've used it since I picked it up. Probably a year ago during one of the Sephora sales, and I remember really loving it. So I'm happy to play with that again. From Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand Disney 100 collab. This is in the shade Pink. Oh my gosh. So I used this guy today and I had so much crusty product on the top. I had to like wipe it off, turn it to the on and squeeze and nothing will come out. And then all of a sudden a mass amount came out, which I really hate when that happens because I feel like I'm gonna waste it unless like I use this product immediately again tomorrow and the packaging gets dirty. It's not my favorite packaging if I'm being 100% honest, but the product and the glow that it gives is so gorgeous. So there it is. That's the Charlotte Tilbury. That's the blush I wore today. I did set it lightly with the Valentino. This is in the shade 4. I'll go ahead and swatch it next to it because I feel like the shades kind of complement each other pretty well. They're both glowy too. So the Valentino is not quite as glowy as the Charlotte Tilbury, but on top of each other, they just look gorgeous. And I still have the glow from Charlotte Tilbury under it. So there's that. We pulled in LYS blush in the shade this is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade is Unforgettable. I did scrape on this guy because I was like, man, is it dried up? But no, once you warm it up, it's fine. Once like I warmed up the top layer, it's fine. I still have not had the chance to use it on my face, but it's okay. I have plenty of time to be using it. But that's the one I pulled in for this time. Next, for blushes. Ooh, I have one more cream in here. We've got the Fenty. This is Fenty Glow, which is a unique cream blush for me. Like unique formula, unique shade. Let me show you. It's very neutral looking, which I do really enjoy, especially because I pulled in a lot of other shade blushes. It's very neutral. Can you see the little bit of kind of like golden glow in here? I think it's a gorgeous product. Super easy to work with. The formula is fantastic. So there's that blush. We also have the Patrick Ta. This is On Holiday. I haven't touched this guy yet. Waiting to do it with you because, I don't know. I was like, gotta show you the brand new things, right? So let's do it. I'll do cream first. Okay, feels very nice and creamy, although it feels like it might be a bit sheer. Okay. Oof, it's very mauvey, like a deep mauve. I don't know if, hopefully I don't look bruised. I find that with these kind of undertones, I kind of look a little bruised. Let's do the powder side. There's the powder. Okay, the powder is creamy, just like his other ones. I feel like this is a little patchy, no? And then I'm gonna apply a little bit of the powder to the cream and see how that looks, according to how Patrick Ta suggests you apply the product. Okay, I feel like I might have a little bit of struggle with the cream, but I'm swatching with my fingers. I wouldn't apply it like that to my cheeks. I would apply it on a brush, work it into the brush a bit, and then use it. I don't know. I feel like the color might be too intense, a little bit too deep for my skin tone. I know my friend Mariella picked up the same duo in Last video I watched her haul, she was wearing this blush and it looked really pretty on her. So maybe I just have to use it on my skin and see what I think about it. I have used the lip product that came in that set and I really, really like it. So I would hate to have to, I don't know. I don't like to do too many returns. I'll figure it out. If it doesn't work for me, I can pass it on to somebody. But now that we talked about blushes, let's talk about powder blushes. I have from Sisley, this is Lorchid 1. So this is shade 1. This is a very neutral, I say very neutral, but it's like an elevated neutral blush. It's one that I can just reach for without having to worry about, is it gonna clash with my eyeshadow look? Is it gonna look good with it? The formula is amazing, very blendable, and it looks so gorgeous on the skin. It looks amazing. I absolutely love, I think I love all three of my Sisley blushes. Like they're all the same line and I love all three shades. All right, next we've got one more blush. I think that's it. These are highlighters. Yeah, I think that's it for blushes. I mean, we'll talk about the Hourglass palette too. From YSL, this is Make Me Blush in the shade 44. This had been on my list ever since they released those blushes. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but I was debating picking this up, which came with a lip product, or picking up the blush highlighter palette from them. I went with this one because I figured I would use this more. There were a few shades in the palette that I'm like, I don't know if I really want those highlighters. I definitely wanted this shade, so I just like, okay, let's do this. And bonus, I get a lippy. It looks so gorgeous. I'm excited. I haven't used it yet, so I need to. I need to use it. I am ready for that. Let me go ahead and wipe the blushes off my arm. I think that was it for blushes, and we'll do highlighters, and then we'll do Hourglass, the Swan palette next. Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving? I'm filming this. What day is it? Today's Monday, so Thanksgiving is in a couple days. I'm like, I have to do it. I have to do it because I have to post it for you guys before Thanksgiving, or maybe on Thanksgiving. Have a lot of time off on Thanksgiving, so like you guys maybe would be really entertained. Highlighter from House Labs, Bio Radiant Gel in the shade Rose Quartz. See, again, like House Labs has quite a hold on me. Look at that stunning baby. Look at that beautiful highlight. Oh my Lord, that's gorgeous. Dior. Oh, I'm so glad I ordered this. As soon as the Sephora sale started, I added this to cart and I was like, I'm checking out, because I had a feeling this was gonna sell out, and of course it did. I think it sold out that same day, and I was like, oh my god, hopefully they don't cancel my order. This is the Glow Luminizer in the shade 001 Dior Star. On Sephora's website, they called this something glitter or something. But if I'm being honest, I don't find that it's like glittery. I find it more of a topper highlighter. Not quite as much as the Fenty Diamond Bombs, but kind of similar. It is so beautiful, and it is sheer enough where you can still see like my skin under it, but it just leaves a beautiful veil of glow. Oh my god, plus look at this packaging. Oh, what a freaking gorgeous product. What a gorgeous product. So that one, I'm so glad I got it. And we have MAC. This is the Wrapped in Gold Extra Dimension Highlighter. This was a holiday, I don't know. I haven't picked up any of the MAC holiday products in a couple of years now. I just have not been extremely drawn into them, but this was one a few years back, and I think it's gorgeous. I love the packaging, the outside. I love the rose gold. I don't know about all these dots on here, but the inside with all the bows, like why couldn't the outside be bows too? They're just so cute and girly. Makes me happy to reach for it. More highlighters. I have the two from Cle de Peau, and oh my god, you guys, I'm trying to convince my husband why I want their new limited edition highlighter from this year for Christmas, and he's not buying it. So I might just have to bite the bullet and pick it up myself. Look at this gorgeous packaging. This was last year. I think it's stunning. The product itself, the formula, and the shade, it's a little bit bright for me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm wearing it today. Even with that super glowy blush from Charlotte Tilbury, I was able to use this, and I think my skin looks fantastic. I look glowy, but without any weird, funky textures on my skin. I'm so happy with my makeup look today. See, like it looks definitely bright, but when blending it, applying it with a brush, the brush that I typically use for a highlighter is the Sephora highlighting brush. Yeah, Pro Highlight 98. Apply it with one side, and then like I dip one side and then I flip it over and blend it into my skin with the other side. And I think this baby is freaking fabulous. So who knows? I think I should get this year's limited edition one. It looks so stunning. And then another Cle de Peau highlighter, but this is their normal line, not limited edition. This is in the shade 202 Golden Galaxy. This is probably my favorite highlight from them. Just the one that I could use the most often, basically. I have the Sunset one, which I think is gorgeous as a blush or a blush topper in the summertime. This I can wear all year round. The formula I think is freaking amazing. Look at that, it left an imprint. But yeah, let's not look at that. Let's just look at the swatch. It's so pretty. And I feel happy. I feel happy using it. I love looking at the packaging too. I think it's mesmerizing. And I want to say that is all for highlighters. Am I correct? Yes, I think I'm correct. I'll clean my arm, and then let's do the palette from Hourglass. I just cannot stop looking at these two. Oh my goodness, so pretty. All right, we've got a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Let me move them out of the way, or move the one out of the way. From Hourglass, I picked up the Swan this year. I only got the one. Every year I get either, well, 3 or 2. This year I'm like, let's be realistic, Rania. You only need one. And I was in between the Swan and what's the lighter? The Deer? I think it was the Deer. I decided to go with the Swan because I'm like, I'm not always at my lightest. So here we are. I used it once. And I was happy. I felt like it was a little bit, meant for somebody with a little bit deeper skin tone. Definitely something I would be able to really use in the summertime. But even right now, I was able to make it work. We've got a finishing powder, a highlighter, bronzer, and 3 blushes. Okay. The finishing powder that's in here is in the shade Dim Light, which I don't own Dim Light individually. The only one I keep repurchasing is Luminous Light, but I've used Dim Light. I used it kind of like under my eye a little bit to just blend in a little bit like the harsh lines, and I thought it looked pretty good. For the highlighter, I don't know what the shade name is. I'll read it in a minute. There's the highlighter. See, it's a little bit golden. Definitely more appropriate for like when I have a little bit more tan. But with the light hand, I was able to make it work. The bronzer, I thought the bronzer was gorgeous in this palette this year. It's very neutral. It's not super warm orangey. It's just perfect. It was a perfect bronzer this year. And then we've got 3 blushes. So the first one, the second, and I'll read the names in a minute, and the third blush. So blush 1, blush 2, and blush 3. So I'll tell you how I used the blushes. I blended these two together and I topped with this one a little bit. I thought that looked gorgeous. Let's go ahead and read the shade names. The highlighter is in the shade Golden Hour. The bronzer is just called Natural Bronze. The first blush is Luminous Coral. The next one is Sunset Flush and Mauve Fusion. Mauve Fusion is the one that I'm a little intimidated by. Again, sometimes mauves make me look like I'm bruised. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get some use out of this one. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with my decision to go with this palette. I don't know, because I think I have, like, the last 2 years, I definitely have the lightest two palettes from the last 2 years. So, and I have like the deeper palette from the year prior. From last year, I got the light and the medium, and this year I decided to go with the medium. So I have a good balance. 2 light, 2 medium, 1 deep. I'm good until next year hits, and I'm like, I'm tempted by them all. Maybe. We don't know yet. All right, rambled enough about everything else. Now it's time for eyeshadow palettes. Actually, I'm gonna have to move these back out of the way and pull these eyeshadow palettes out. I have a lot this time. I don't know. I felt like I kind of went a little crazy. I used 3 of them so far. Yes, I've used 3 of them. I'll start with like the newer ones. We'll do swatches of the newer palettes, and then we'll do swatches of the older ones after. Hung Van Gogh, I've used it 3 times already. I have thoughts. I have quite a few thoughts, if I'm being honest. This is the new neutral palette. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. The formula is great, with the exception of this one shade. It feels much drier, not as creamy as these 2 other mattes, but all right, I'm not used to swatching on my right arm, but I think I need to. So let's go ahead and do swatches of the entire palette. And I liked my eye look. I just found that I struggled a little bit with this one shade, like struggled. Okay, so that's the top matte shade. I see I'm terrible using my lefty, but I think I did a decent job. So this guy, like the top row, I gotta clean my fingers so I don't hard pan my palette. And then let's do the bottom row swatches. The shades that I haven't used in here, I haven't used the deepest one, I haven't used that guy or that guy yet. So first impressions right now with you. Okay. It feels like it's gonna be the same formula as this one, not as creamy as that. Ooh, okay. So that's the bottom shade, bottom. Oh, I gotta do better justice to these palettes. My fingers are so like stained. I feel like I kind of hard panned it. See how it's not blending very well? Most of the color is still on my finger. Oh well, it is what it is. And that's that like neutral mid-tone. Kind of looks funky, but I actually have been really enjoying these tones on my eyes. Yeah, I've got to, let me try. Did I hard pan it? Maybe I hard panned it. Looks like it might be hard panned, you guys. Oh man, I want to see. Okay, well, that was a better swatch than here, than on this arm. But I might have to scrape off a little bit of the top layer or use a Scotch tape to remove that top layer. But I'm happy with the palette. Overall, I'm really happy. I find it very easy to use. It wasn't even on my radar. Like I saw when he released his line and everybody was reviewing it. Everybody was using the products. And I have a tendency, like if everybody likes something so much, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to use it. I don't want to try it. And honestly, Most of his palettes are colorful. I did not want another warm tone palette or a cool tone palette. But when I was at Sephora shopping the sale, I saw it and I swatched it and I was like, oh my God, this is really pretty. And I kind of like, I really wanted neutrals because I'm going a little bit cooler with my hair colors. So I thought the neutrals would be a good option. And so far, I like it, except with that one shade, and maybe I heart pan the other one, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's move on to the Embers palette from Anastasia. This is much smaller than I expected. I used it once. I used a couple of the shades in here. Let's go ahead and do swatches. Which ones did I use? I think I did this one, and these two. But let's go ahead and do swatches of this. Ooh, my fingers. I didn't wipe my finger from the Hung Van Gogh. Oh man, it's all right. My mother-in-law's texting me. Okay, that's the top row. Let's move on to the middle row. Formula feels kind of like her later eyeshadow palettes. Definitely not the same as her earlier ones where they're just so pigmented and so hard to work with, but they still have a really good pigment, kind of easy to work with. They're not so bam in your face colors. So I appreciate that because I don't have time in the morning, like if I'm putting my makeup on to go to work and I end up screwing it up, like I don't have time to take it off and fix it. So I want something that I could just apply and go. I think it's a gorgeous palette. It's very beautiful, very like perfect for this time. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think I used my rewards when I picked it up, like my Ulta points, I think. I could be wrong. I could have ordered it using my own. Oh no, I had gift cards. I used my gift cards. So I still can exchange it if I don't like it. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I'm happy with it. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The Danessa Myricks. I've been waiting. I have not played with this palette until I filmed this video. I'm like, it cannot be touched when I film my video. I did take off all of the packaging and thought that was pretty satisfying. Well, except on the mirror. I did not take that packaging out. Okay, here we go. Oof, I am so ready to touch this baby. I do want to swatch it all. Oh no, I feel like a freaking flake. Why? Why? Okay, it's all right. I'm gonna start with the first 6, move on to that, and then lastly, we'll do the blues. I'm gonna try on my hand, like my normal hand, because I apparently, well, have more space. We'll do it on here. All right, let's do this. Ooh. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, here's the matte. 3, 4. Wow, that's a gorgeous olive green. Oh my God. That is so pretty. Okay, and the last 2 shades from the first 6 pan. 1, 2. That's a beautiful, beautiful 6 pan. Let me see if I can build this shade up a bit because it's lost between all the other multi-chromes. That's beautiful. The formula of the mattes is really, really nice as well. Okay, let's move on to the next 6 pan. From first look, don't these two kind of look similar? But this one has got that golden greenish shift. I'm thinking this is gonna be purpley. Oh yeah, purpley. Ooh, the textures feel so nice. So here's that purpley one. So that's this shade. Ooh, that's so pretty. Wow. Whoa, look at that. Looks very cool tone in the camera, like kind of gray silver, but it's not really. It's kind of like a pewter color. Look at that, gorgeous. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, and then the last two, we've got the matte here. This feels like a textured product too, so I'm not gonna dig into it hard because I know with these, I end up picking up way too much. That's an amazing matte. Wow. I cannot wait to play with these purples. I'll probably do a combo with the purple and some of the greens, maybe. Maybe. I'll have to see. Okay, I'm so happy with this one. I did not pick it up last year. I did not pick up the Lightwork 6 last year, but I have her 5th one. I've got a couple from the earlier releases too, and I do really enjoy them. I should use them a little bit more often. I think I need to. They deserve to be played with. All right, and the last row, or the last 6, this is the one that it sounds, they look intimidating, right? And I'm not typically into blues, but a blue like this, I'm like, give it to me, baby. Give me that blue. So I hope that I enjoy it, and I actually hopefully reach for it. I'm gonna see, I guess I'll put them on this side over here. So let's start with shade number 1. That blue, the top blue feels like it's textured, kind of like this one too. The gray, I'm not so sure about a gray eyeshadow. This is the one that I'm dying to play with and use. So 1, 2. Okay, I'm happy that the gray is not super gray. It's got a little bit of a blue to it. I cannot wait. I want to do a look with this color all over my lid. I just, so pretty, and it's very intriguing to me. Just a very vibrant shade. And then the last 2 shades, a black and like a silvery. I do like a black. I'm one of those people who do. That is intense black. And then the last shade, which is kind of like the silvery. Oh my God. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think I don't know if it's still sold out on Sephora. No, it's sold out for a little while. But if you want it and you're watching this right now, Danessa Myricks is having 30% off her website, but this palette is 20% off. So you can still get it for 20% off. I think that's the best deal I've seen on this palette. So just an FYI, hopefully it doesn't sell out if you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get it. And then it's sold out. Hopefully not. But there she is. She is absolutely stunning. Okay, we swatched the new ones. Now let's go ahead and do the older eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna start with these 2 because these are kind of like topper shades. From Dose of Colors, this is the Friendcation Dedicated collab. This is old, like old, and I think it's gorgeous. I used it because I couldn't help myself. I was like, that's actually what I used today. Is it? What did I use today? Yeah, I used this eyeshadow palette today. I'm like, I did my makeup at like, what, 5 a.m.? I totally forgot what I used, but it was this palette. And so far, I'm happy with it. I used that one, this one, and these 2 shades. So like this over here. I do want to do swatches of these. Oh, and of course, I immediately use my right hand, which I was trying not to do swatches on this hand because it's not enough space, but I guess it's okay. I didn't feel like the formula has changed much from when I first picked it up. It's still, I'm still happy opening it and looking at it and seeing it. I think it's a gorgeous palette. Maybe the mattes are a little bit drier, but I had no issues blending them onto my lid. So she, for sure, is gonna be used around the holiday season. Like that sparkly black, which I probably wouldn't actually use it on my eyes. Or maybe I'll do like a smoky all over my eyes. I used to do that quite a bit when I was younger. Not so aged eyelids, but we'll see. I'm still happy with it. I guess I'll have better thoughts once it's been in here for a little bit longer and I've used it for a little bit longer. So for now, I'm happy with it. Another older eyeshadow palette is the Pat McGrath X, the 10 Moonlit Seduction. You guys, I saw at Macy's, there were a couple Pat McGrath products on 75% off. They had, was it the 6th or the 7th for 50% off, but they had the blushes, like powder blushes, bronzers, some lip products, some lip glosses. They were all for $10. They were 75% off. Just an FYI, take a look. But they don't have everything, you know, or not all shades either. This one, I consider it a beautiful holiday palette too. I will do probably most of it, most of the palette. We'll swatch most of the palette. 2, 3. This one is my absolute favorite shade. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and there it goes. 4. Look at that shade. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. So the gold and then the bottom row. I've got a pretty bad burn on my arm. Excuse that. I was cooking and apparently I felt like I needed to cook my arm too. I think I was pulling something out of the oven and then my arm touched the top part. That's not a swatch, okay? That's a burn. Okay, I want to build this guy up because it's gorgeous and I want you to see it. Look at that. It is a gorgeous palette. Stunning palette. I do love like these 4 shades. Oh, my favorite out of them would be this one though. I think that is a stunning shade. Like shifting, you know? So gorgeous. And the formula of it is really, really nice too. All right, so there's Pat McGrath. We have 2 more mini palettes, and then we've got a couple singles that we will talk about, and then we'll move on to lippies. All right, let's talk about these 2. We've got the Urban Decay Moon Dust. This was last year's quad, and honestly, I think I used it once after I picked it up last year, and that was it. But I do want to play with it because I've been loving topper shades like this and I want to enjoy it. So, God, my fingers are cut. My skin is burnt. My skin is all stained, but you get the point. I had issues with this palette last year. Like I picked it up as soon as it released and I was playing with it and it was so dry and it wasn't working. Like I wasn't getting any color on my eyes. So I returned it. And then everybody was raving about it during this Sephora VIB sale and recommending it and all of that. And I was like, all right, maybe I had a bad one. And I think I did because these are showing up a lot more than I remember the first one I got, you know? So I'm happy that I've repurchased it and now I just need to actually use it more. more than I have. So, Urban Decay Moon Dust. Next, these are all from Glaminatrix. I cannot remember what the collection was. I can't remember exactly, but they're all like named after animals, I think. So let's get started with them. We've got kitten, panda, and fox. I'll do the first three. They are so creamy. Kitten, panda, fox. Okay, come on, panda. I know we could do better. Here we are. Whew. Yay. You can tell I'm absolutely into all the sparkle now. We've got bear, mink, and lion. So bear, mink, lion. They are so freaking creamy. I find that the formula is very similar to the creamy ones from Danessa Myricks. They're just gorgeous. Some of these I have used as like a single shadow all over the lid. And then I use the matte in my crease, like a neutral matte to just blend it all out. And I've used them on top of other eyeshadows too. And they are just absolutely stunning. So there's that 6-pan. And palettes wise, we are done, but I do have some singles. So we'll talk about the singles. Let me wipe these and then let's talk about the single shadows. I did end up pulling in another single shadow just because I felt like I needed it. And that was one of the Makeup by Mario's, because at first I had pulled in only this one, which is the newest. This is in the shade taupe. But then I was like, I really need the chestnut again. So I pulled in the chestnut. I also have a single shadow from Morphe, and these two, one is from Half Magic and one is from Sashu, which I flippin' hated. Let's talk about these first. From Morphe, we have a solo artist single shadow in the shade is Melody. Melody? Yeah. I mean, don't mind my hand. It's so glittery. I can't help it. There's just, everything's got glitter this time around. So that's Melody. I did use it once and I thought it was stunning. From By Mario, this is the shade Taupe. This is the newer one for me. And then I had the chestnut previously, but I needed it again and I pulled it in again. I really like these, and I kind of wish they were not $25 each, because I would have most likely picked up every single shade. Yeah, I think they are stunning. All right. The topper shades I have from, ooh, that looks cracked in here. The Glitter Puck, but this is the Glimmer Pop shade. I have the Dopamine one. I've had it for a while in my collection. I feel like it's kind of dried out because it's completely shrunk and separated from the outside. And it doesn't have that cooling feeling, kind of like this does when you first dip into it. It feels kind of cold, you know? My hand is very glittery, but it's okay. Glitter on top of glitter and just more glitter. Look at that beautiful freaking shade. Oh my Lord. Wow. Sashu. I think when I ordered this one, I had used points, so I can't really return it without ending up like, I'll just kind of like, oh great, I returned it and you returned 8 points, you know, to me from Ulta. But it was such a piece of shite. Like, I haven't despised a single shadow in a long time. Ever since the Patrick Ta, like the single loose shadows, I despised those so much. At least this wasn't the same price. This is the eyeshadow Stain, and this is in the shade 01 Candy Dipped. It is impossible to build this shade up, and it stays wet for so long. Like, it is absolutely impossible. Like, it looks like it would be gorgeous, right? So you put it on your eyes and like Maybe you want to blend it out with your fingers, kind of speed up the drying. And it's wet, and it's wet, and it's wet. And then, okay, let's pretend it's no longer wet and I'm building it up, right? Like, okay, that's just, I feel like the product ends up getting kind of stuck to each other. I'm like, okay, let me try blending it out. Okay, nothing's happening. It's not blending out. It's all on my finger. It's getting all patchy and crappy and like, ugh, why? Why can't it be a product that, you know, if you want to stay wet for a while, that's okay, but then eventually dry so I can move on and do the rest of my makeup. But that's just, you know, I guess I have big feelings about it because I've got plenty of single shadows that are just so easy to use, where this one I'm like, why are you being so difficult? Like, I would imagine this, like 3 layers of this would look so gorgeous, but it's so hard to build it up, you know? Anyways, enough me rambling about it. These are set. The mattes are set. It's okay. I only have lippies. I'll try to swatch them on my other hand or my other arm, unless I end up forgetting at some point. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm not gonna take it back again because I use my points, and I know Ulta's, they don't give you points back, or they don't give you cash back. You can't exchange it. The points you end up getting are significantly lower than the points you used to purchase the item. So I'll just hold on to it and play with it until I'm sick of it. For mascaras, I don't have, I guess, did I pull in this last time? Hypnose Drama is my absolute favorite mascara. Like, I keep going to other mascaras and using them. This is the one that as soon as I use it, my lashes are like bam in your face. I love it. The one from Ulta Beauty, it's good. And then the eyeliners, I still have the same eyeliners from last time. Violet Timing from Give, and Tiramisu from Sephora, and then a liquid liner in brown from Heroin Make. And I like all 3 of them. All right, now we're at the point of lippy swatching. I have quite a few lippies in here, have some in here. I've used a couple of the ones in here, but I don't want to remove them yet because, you know, we haven't done the swatches yet. So how could I remove them? Let's get started. I think I will do, let me just pull them all out and see if I can organize by category, maybe. Okay, let's do like glossy, balmy ones first, with the exception of the lip oils, and then we'll move on to other ones. Lip liners, I have the By Mario lip liner lip pencil in the shade is Mauve. This was part of the birthday gift from Sephora. So there's Mauve. It's so hard to swatch with my left hand. I pulled this guy in today because I felt like I needed it. This is the lip contour from Huda Beauty in the shade Honey Beige. It is such a beautiful color, and I'm so mad at myself for destroying the packaging and making it really difficult to apply smoothly. I honestly considered picking up a replacement, just throwing this out and getting a new one. Huda has her sale going on, so I'm still debating it. But here are the 2 lip liners. From Patrick Ta, we've got the Major Volume. This is that came in the set with the blush duo, and this is in the shade Warm Me Up. Okay. There's definitely glitter in there, but it's not like uncomfortable chunks of glitter. I pulled in the Cle de Peau. This is something. The shade is 304. This is, I think this is just like their lip gloss, lip topper. I really like this guy. I suck at swatching on my other arm. I feel like I'm ruining the experience. Okay, the other two lip glosses are both from Kiko, shade 32 and shade 20. Let's do 32 first. And the shade 20. The formula of these is so nice. Like really, really nice. Balmy product from YSL. This is in the shade 44. Which line is this? I have no clue. I have no idea. I don't know. But this is the one that came with the blush. So here it is. Ooh, okay. Super balmy. I don't think it would be very long lasting, but that's okay. The By Mario that was in that birthday gift with the lip liner. I really like these, except they get kind of goopy if I twist them up too much. This is in the shade Rosewood Glow. I think it's gorgeous, and I love the formula. Next up, we have from Morphe. This is, shoot, lip filter in the shade is Dearest. I did not use it yet. I didn't try it yet. Oh, wow, that's so creamy. That is so creamy. That went on so easily. It's actually a really nice shade. All right, go Dior. I mean, Dior, Morphe. Thinking about Dior because that's what I'm going with next. Dior Rouge Star on Stage, and I picked up the shade 120. I've been using this one so much because I just love the shade and absolutely love the formula. So there's 120. I have this guy from Chanel, but I'm going to wait because it's definitely going to stain. Now, moving on to the reds. From Pat McGrath, I have Elson. Oh, shoot. This is Elson 3. I thought I pulled in the first Elson, but it's okay. This is a beautiful Christmas red lip. Got a lot of red lips. From Christian Dior, this is the Forever Dior Rouge Forever in the shade 999. This is a little bit warmer. Ooh, what is happening? Oh man, come on. Do I need to warm you up? Yep, it needed to be warmed up. So it's a little bit warmer, but still beautiful. From Patrick Ta, we've got lipstick, That's Why She's Late. This is another, like, I'm like, okay, I need all of these reds. Okay, got more reds. From MAC, this is Rouge on Snow. This was a holiday collection a few years back, and I think it's gorgeous. There's that one. We haven't seen the reds on my channel in a long time. From Kylie, this is the shade Mary Kay. I've never used this guy. Probably was a gift with purchase from Ulta. Okay, it's a liquid lipstick. From Huda Beauty, we've got the shade Miss America. I think I used this one before, and I thought it was really pretty. Okay. Oh my goodness, they look exactly the same, don't they? That one and Kylie. And then from Giorgio Armani, Lip Maestro in the shade 400. One of my absolute favorite red liquid lipsticks. So pretty. They're all starting to look the same. And then finally, which is not a red, is the Chanel. This is the Duo, and this is in the shade 69 Tender Beige. I love this product, you guys. I used it. I've been using it. I applied the first layer, let it dry, apply second layer, let it dry, and then top it with the gloss. And I have to scrub the heck out of my lips at the end of the day to remove it. And then I was like, why didn't I use Vaseline? And then last two things are lip oils. One is the Fruit Fetish from Milani, this shade 220 Candy Apple. Does smell like candy apple a little bit. Not a whole lot of color, which is unusual. Usually these are kind of super glossy. And then from Made, this is the Revive Lip Balm, and the shade is Vow. Where's that? Come on, here you go. Here you go. This looks really pretty on the lips. I didn't even know it looks like this swatched, because on the lips it looks gorgeous. And this is it. This is everything I pulled in this last Shop My Stash. So a lot of products. I'm super excited. Look at all my reds. I cannot wait. I'll probably do mainly reds with cool tones from either Danessa Myricks, or I'll do the neutrals palette from Hung Van Gogh. And yeah, I'm so excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably over 2 hours, maybe. I tend to talk a lot. I hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving to you, your loved ones. I hope you guys have a great holiday if you celebrate, and if you don't celebrate, enjoy the Cyber Monday deals, Black Friday deals, and let me know what you're eyeing. What are you going to be purchasing? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.